So we're in the middle of this huge AI revolution, right? But there's a massive problem that not a lot of people are talking about. Most of these brilliant AIs, well, they can't talk to each other. So how do we get them to actually work together as a team? Let's break it down.
We've all seen what a single, powerful AI can pull off. It can write code, it can whip up incredible art, it can analyze mountains of data. But you know, the real game changer isn't just one lone genius. It's a whole team of specialists. An agent for research, another for writing, one for coding. The big question is, how do you take this collection of individual AIs and turn them into a cohesive, collaborative dream team?
So here's the plan. We're going to build an AI organization right from the ground up. First, we'll look at why AI teams are kind of struggling right now. Then, we'll lay down the law, the company handbook, the rules of engagement. We'll even dissect their version of an office memo, see how that sparks productive conversations, and finally, we'll check out the blueprint for the entire AI org chart.
Okay, let's start with the heart of the problem. You see, building one smart AI agent is one thing, but right now, most of them are basically trapped in their own little digital worlds, totally unable to collaborate. We've got to break them out of these silos and build a real interconnected system.
The AI landscape today is honestly a bit like the Wild West. You've got agents built with different tools, say LangChain or AutoGen, and each one is speaking its own custom language, its own dialect. Trying to connect them means building these fragile, custom-made bridges that are expensive and just break all the time. It's just not a scalable solution.
So this is the choice we're facing. On one side, you have total digital chaos. It's brittle, it's custom, and it costs a fortune to integrate. On the other side, you have a playbook, a standardized system that's collaborative, scalable, and way more efficient. The goal, obviously, is to move from the chaos to the playbook.
So how in the world do we create that playbook? Well, the answer lies in creating a universal set of rules, or what's known in the biz as a protocol.
And this playbook has a name. It's called an Agent Communication Protocol, or ACP. Just think of it as the official corporate communications manual for our new AI organization. And because it's an open standard, it means everybody agrees on the rules. It sets out exactly how to format messages, how to delegate tasks. It creates a universal language so an agent built in Python can work perfectly with one built in Java. No problem.
And you know, this idea has been evolving for decades. It actually started with some philosophical theories way back in the 60s. Then it moved to these early kind of clunky protocols in the 90s. And now we've landed on these modern standards. A lot of them are REST-based, which is just the same flexible approach that powers most of the websites and apps you use every day. That makes them pretty much perfect for today's AI. Okay, so how does this actually work in practice? It all starts with the most fundamental piece of the puzzle, the message itself. Let's take a look inside one of these standardized AI memos.
Every single message is wrapped in a standard envelope that's full of key metadata. You've got a unique ID for tracking, a conversation ID to group related messages together, who sent it, who it's for, and a timestamp. But honestly, one of the most important fields here is this thing called the performative.
Yeah, this performative field is absolutely crucial. It's the verb of the message. It defines the intent. Is this a request to do something, or is it an informed message that's delivering results? It's just like getting an email with the subject line, "Action Required." It instantly clarifies the purpose and helps prevent any misunderstandings.
Now, with these really well-structured memos, agents can finally move beyond just sending single messages. They can start having meaningful, stateful conversations that actually get work done.
So here's the most basic workflow you'll see. A planner agent needs some info, so it sends a request message to a researcher agent. The researcher goes off, does its job, and then replies with an informed message that has all the findings. The whole exchange is simple, it's clear, and it's super easy to track.
And this isn't just about being tidy. As the team over at C# Corner puts it, this structured approach is exactly what makes these multi-agent systems interpretable, safe, and cost-aware, especially as they get bigger and bigger. It's how you can actually go back and debug a complex interaction and see exactly who said what to whom and why.
So we've seen the individual memos and the conversations they create. Now let's zoom all the way back out to the big picture, the entire AI organization, which is built on a whole stack of different protocols all working together in harmony.
This analogy from OneReach is fantastic. It makes it all just click. The communication protocol we've been focusing on, the ACP, that's like the company's Slack or email. But a real organization needs more, right? So there's a protocol for the shared internal wiki, another for the HR directory so agents can find each other, and finally, a user dashboard so we humans can interact with the whole system. Now, these AI organizations can be structured in a few different ways, from a single agent working alone to a huge globally distributed system. A really popular model is the router agent pattern. This is basically your AI middle manager. It takes a complex task, breaks it down into smaller pieces, and then delegates those pieces to the right specialists on its team.
Look, this isn't just some minor technical fix. Standardizing how AI agents communicate is the foundational plumbing for the entire next era of artificial intelligence. It's kind of like what TCP/IP was for the internet, but this is for AI collaboration. This is the stuff that will enable a future where millions of autonomous agents can discover, trust, and work with each other, creating a true Internet of Agents.
And all of this leaves us with a really profound question. We're not just designing a technical system here. We are designing the organizational chart for a future global digital workforce. So as we build this foundation, we have to decide what kind of hierarchies, what kind of power structures, and ultimately what kind of organization do we really want this to be?